first.
Good evening. I'm forecaster Kaylee Hunt in for John. He does have the evening off. And taking a look at the satellite radar, not a whole lot of cloud coverage, not any storm activity. And because we've been in the hundreds for so long, well, we are part of a heat advisory. That is for any area highlighted in orange, which is most of the viewing area. Now, this heat advisory won't be finished until tomorrow around 7 p.m. But taking a look at the temperature right now, Midland and Odessa 104, Big Spring 103, even Fort Stockton 101. Definitely a very warm day, and seeing where we are now compared to where we were this time yesterday, well, most if not all of the viewing area is showing up warmer by about 1 to 5 degrees. Midland, Odessa is 3 degrees warmer right now than this time yesterday, and even Marfa 5 degrees warmer right now than this time yesterday. So it's definitely very warm outside, but seeing how cool it's going to get later on in the evening. Well, around 10 p.m., we're going to leave the hundreds, but we're still going to be in the mid to lower 90s. Midland Odessa will be at 91 by 10 p.m. Big Spring 93, even south along I-10 in the mid to lower 90s. And then around Marfa and Alpine, a little bit cooler in the mid to lower 80s, but still temps are well above average. Overnight into tomorrow morning, we're going to get a little bit of relief, but it's still going to be above average. Midland Odessa will be at 77 tomorrow morning around 6 a.m. And then by lunchtime, we're going to climb back up into the 90s. But tracking to see if we're going to get any little bit of storm activity or any cloud coverage, unfortunately not tonight. Skies are going to be clear, and this is around 3 a.m. and even later on in the morning around 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, still not going to get a whole bunch of cloud coverage and not any rain activity, meaning since we're not getting any rain activity, our dew points are actually lower than average. Average for this time of year is supposed to be in the mid to upper 50s. We're looking at dew points in the mid to lower 40s, and they're not really shifting later on tonight. That's when you would think the dew point should increase. It's not going to increase. It's still going to remain below average, so it's definitely going to feel dry tonight and dry tomorrow morning. Looking at the wind speed for right now, well, we are looking at relatively calm conditions. It is in the single digits in the Permian Basin, even south of I-10, but seeing if the wind is going to pick up later on overnight, it is going to pick up just a little bit. But in the Permian Basin, it's still going to be between 7 and 10 miles per hour. South of I-10, a little bit up in the mid to upper teens. And then it's going to actually decrease. So tomorrow morning as you're heading out the door, it's really not going to be all too windy. Switching gears, though, looking at the forecast high for tomorrow, it's going to be another warm day with temps still in the hundreds. In the northern basin, hundreds all across the board. In Midland and Odessa, forecasted to be 104. Definitely another warm day. Crane, 105. Grand Falls, 106. Definitely going to be warm, which means stay hydrated. Try and stay as cool as possible, and make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Fort Stockton, 102. Sanderson, 102 as well. Now the mountains should be a little bit cooler than the rest of the viewing area, and mid to upper 90s isn't too cool. It's still going to be warm, and Presidio forecasted to be 104. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast, and here are the hundreds. They're not going anywhere. Tomorrow, 104. This weekend, 104 and 105. Very, very hot. If you do go outside and hit by the pool, definitely wear your sunscreen because the sun is out. And even the start of your next work week, still in the hundreds. And then we get a little bit of relief Tuesday and Wednesday in the mid to upper 90s. But really quick, take a look at these lows. Mid to upper 70s. That's really not low at all. Warm mornings, warm evenings, very hot days. The hundreds, man.
But we were talking about record lows for this week, which is crazy. I mean, 70s, that's a hot low.
Very, very warm. Yeah, 78, that's very, very warm.
All right, Kaylee.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.